And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of Gloves Off, the only podcast to still be on the EVO Online circuit coming up in a couple of weeks. Congratulations, guys! We made it. Really couldn't have done it without you guys.
It's a lot of hard work.
So
We've been working on our net code, so I'm glad the hard work paid off.
Been
for
putting
that
all the
department.
resources been going there, dude. It's
that's
worth
the same
it.
thing as like working out your triceps more. You're just like working out your net code. So they're like,
No,
You
it's
just gotta rep
definitely it was definitely the leg day of workouts. Like so underrated, like so popular. Smash was all arms. That's a pun.
Hey,
Hey, started up early today. This is what happens when you do a podcast before 9 p.m. I'm awake.
Yo,
there's
I feel
natural
great.
daylight in my room right now. That's
Let's
almost
go.
never happened. So
Actually,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's con-
I just
you-
realized
you-
that I can undo the black shit. Look at that.
yeah.
There's actual
Oh,
sunlight on.
Look,
What
look,
is
we
it?
got daylight.
I know. I had to shut my blinds, dude.
yeah, my curtains are open in here. But anyway, it's me, your boy Koopa, and we're gonna go around the horn to say hello to everybody. Going to my upwards and my camera, Mr. Chris EX. How are you, sir?
I am doing very good. Also, it's Chriselodian now, but I don't mind.
That's right.
Because my name's also just Chris, so that's it's tricky.
Chriselodian.
Tricky having to do gamer tags when you're like a full-grown adult male, but
Yeah, you're
We do
you're
it.
Chriselodian when it's past 9 o'clock. You're Chris at night, and then when we
yo,
technically right now we're still
I like
we're in the Chris Junior block, I think. So
Yeah.
Chris Jr.
Junior.
dude, I
Going
think I
down
have to
the-
coin that. Okay, yeah, sorry, keep going.
Yeah. Actually, at all times you're Chriselodian guts. So we're
Oh my
gonna-
god,
you know-
dude, this is perfect. Hope.
Do you have it?
I do
There's
got
a-
it. We'll talk about it later.
That is really
Yeah.
good.
That's really
That was,
good.
yeah, thank you. That's all I have for today.
All right, stream's
Moving around
over.
the horn, the man, the Pokemon coming from Connecticut, with the longest I've ever seen your hair in the years that I've known you, Mr. Ajax HQ. Live from the HQ. How are you, sir?
This is actually the longest it's been since like I was maybe 8 when I was forced to grow an afro, and then my cousins braided my hair. It was terrible, but I was basically forced to try something different because I've always had to fade. But I'm feeling good. Got good company. I'm glad to be once again on the cast with you guys. Missed
Yeah.
last week.
Yeah, no, it was something the last couple weeks or so, but you just reminded me that my barber's doing house calls now, so I gotta hit that guy up.
Yeah,
So
man.
That's literally why I was able to get this done. Is that he's like, okay, I've been going to him for a long while, so I knew he was gonna be all set and cleaned up, and he's got his whole setup. Everything's good.
We love that.
Not that anybody's following guidelines around Connecticut anymore, anyways. But
No,
that's
or
a different
anywhere,
No.
at least in the U.S.
yeah. Insert the GIF of Bugs Bunny song off Florida here. And moving around to our last panelist, newly minted Doggy Daddy,
That's
Mr.
right.
Hazmat Rule. How are you, sir?
Everything's good, man. Everything is going well. I have a new goal on Twitter.com. Since defeating, Lade and overtaking him in terms of followers, I decided to up the ante here. I need DJ Pauly D to follow me back on Twitter. That's where I'm at. I think that's my next goal. So he just tweeted about beards, about how his beard game is strong. About to reply with a selfie and some Italian flag emojis, and hopefully
Did
this
you?
is the start. He follows almost 40,000 people. I think I got a shot.
That's a
bro.
good tactic.
I think you have a legit.
I got a shot, bro. I got a shot.
That is a
You're saying
really
there's
good
a chance.
tactic. Also,
There's definitely a chance.
wow.
I
this
need
is a
to. I
good
don't know.
tweet.
Like, how does he determine? Well, I'm sure most of the people he follows are women. I'm sure. That's my first guess. So I'm out in that department. But I bet you, being an Italian American, just like him, I think we could vibe. So
Are you gonna pull a
that's my
temporary
angle.
AVI switch like Max did not that long ago and see maybe that'll get you to follow?
Wait, what do you do?
Oh,
Max
yeah.
recently had switched his AVI to I think it was Ariana Grande for like 3 days just to
Oh,
see.
yeah.
Switch the avatar. Ooh.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Shit,
that's a big brain.
smart.
It's a big
I need
brain
to change
move.
the whole profile. Maybe this could be a whole, undercover thing.
No, who
He's
is
like, why is this guy talking about Super Smash Brothers? I should.
I don't know. You go undercover as a grenade. I think that'd be like very
He
on
blocked
brand.
me. He blocked me.
Undercover as a grenade.
I can't go undercover as a grenade.
Wait, hold up, are you
Oh,
still
so-
blocked by Dippin' Dots?
Oh, well, I feel fuck Dippin' Dots. I think they still have me blocked. Actually,
I was
Wait,
gonna say, I
what?
think they still
What is
have
the
you
what is
blocked.
the lore?
I love when people don't know that Dippin' Dots has me blocked.
Please
I was
enlighten
there
me.
for this. This is incredible.
Was it? This was it.
It
Was
was
this CEO?
the Fever Dream that was CEO
Yep.
2019.
Yep. I remember.
Yeah, they blocked me because we had a group chat going on Twitter of like, all the people we were hanging out with at CEO, and we were all adding people, and then we all added like funny Twitters, like just adding Twitters that we could.
You started
I was
adding
like, oh.
brand.
I was like, well, Dippin' Dots. Yeah, we kept adding brands. That's what it was, and we kept spamming the silence brand crab whenever they get added, which is really funny. Like we were kind of like just day drunk and like being idiots, like for the most part. And I realized like people are like, shit, I can't add these brands. Like you could add like McDonald's, McDonald's. Which ones are?
You can add Wendy's and they'll just clap back at you.
McDonald's Philippines. Like you couldn't add like the home base McDonald's, but you could have like McDonald's Philippines, McDonald's Canada, like you can have those. And I was like, well, me and Dippin' Dots are mutual, so I'm about to throw Dippin' Dots up in this. And so they kept leaving, so I kept adding them back in. I was like, get the fuck back in here. And then finally they blocked me, so I couldn't add them back into the group chat.
Oops.
Dude, I wonder how many times a day.
I almost have more followers than them. Someone said that. Someone sent me a screen cap. They were like,
wow.
Honestly, dude, it's their loss.
I know.
This
is their fuck up.
Yeah,
I gotta stop tweeting out that they have me blocked. It gives them, positive press.
Yeah,
right.
you don't want to feed that machine.
How many followers? I was just gonna look up how many followers they have, but I can't.
Hold on, I'm actually I'm gonna research this now. I need.
They're salty that they're not verified. I know that about them.
Well, the thing is
I'm still blocked.
as soon as they introduced the machines and didn't have the storefronts, that was the end of them. That was the beginning of the end for them. So.
Oh no, they have 14,000 followers. I'm not that close, but I'm not that far.
Not that far.
It's within arm's reach.
All I need to do,
Getting there.
what I need to do is assemble a crack team of friends on Twitter to just spam them to unblock me. I think that's what we need. We need to flood the notifications. I think that's the next goal. Sorry, I didn't mean to.
It's okay. You call us in whenever you gotta. But yeah, we have.
I'll coordinate.
You gotta. So speaking of coordinating, though, we actually have. I'm actually excited about today's show because there's a lot of like relevant things, including EVO Online, which took us all by storm a few days ago when Smash was not announced to it. We got things coming up that you would never think would come up ever, the likes of legalizing Lylat and banning Sonic, and beyond that, I'm very intrigued by Nintendo's moves on the back end and Nintendo Online, so that's going to be a whole big discussion as someone who streams a couple Nintendo games competitively. But with that, where do you guys want to kick
Paper
off?
Mario.
Yeah, and, oh yeah, dude, that's exactly right. And Paper Mario.
Hell yeah, I'm excited. It looks good. It looks like a hybrid. I don't think it's a straight up RPG. I think it's a mix, which is fine because I think Thousand Year Door had like one or two mini games that were like the future games. Like it was still like the number damage like RPGs, but you move freely.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's correct or not. I think it was a mini game like you played as Bowser and he could kind of do that.
No, you're right. It was
I like
the one on the
RPGs
Wii.
better, but a mix would be cool.
Yeah, it was the one on the Wii. It was that was in either case, Paper Mario iconic, and also one of those characters that people want to see in Smash. So I have like
I think this is a
theory.
prelude.
Yeah, I'd like to think so too.
Honestly, I like it's just too easy of a marketing tactic for them. For one, that trailer does look really good. I agree with Has.
Yeah.
It doesn't seem like that's a straight up
Yeah.
actual like new Paper Mario. But
My
like,
favorite part's this guy just casually crossing his legs. I just thought it was so funny. It's like, nice to meet you. I'm Babam. Like,
I like the concept, man. It seems cool. It's a lot different, and just also like they're willing to drop Fire Emblem characters before they come out, and you got a brand new title with this, with a new game around the corner. Most likely, Arms 2 is gonna get announced at some point. So I think Paper Mario might finally make it in.
Dude, seriously, he's got those long arms in the trailer, dude. Here, look, I have it on the screen. I know you guys can't see it, but everyone who's watching can. So the thing is my man's got long arms now. So maybe, just maybe, maybe he is the arms rep. Maybe he's gonna be in arms, and maybe they're just like, arms rep.
That was my tweet.
I know. I love the idea. It's a hill that I'm willing to die on. I want to believe that Nintendo's paying attention and watching to that degree. I really want to.
We might get him in Smash though. Not as the arms character. I wish.
That's
if the arms character's delayed, I'm excited.
We'll see.
Like,
a lot behind the scenes.
Smash implications are obviously like big on that because Paper Mario has been a clamored for character. I think would be cool for obvious reasons, but as a fan of the Paper Mario franchise, the game looks like it has personality, and that's kind of like I haven't played Color Splash yet because my Wii U shit itself, and it's also on the Wii U. But Sinker Star left such a bad taste in my mouth. I was jaded and not happy. And this game looks like it's like Had said, it's a nice little hybrid between the actual RPG elements of Paper Mario Pass as well as some explorative features, which look really cool. Do we get to drive Luigi's car? That might be fun.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
that's a big one to pass.
I like
I also
If you guys like it, retweet that tweet that I posted in the chat, please.
yes.
the thing that I like about it is now we're starting to see some very definitive trends. Nintendo's obviously been doing a lot of games, like there's Yarn Yoshi, Yoshi's Crafted World. Then there was like what was the Kirby game that was like Yarn?
Kirby's Epic Yarn.
Yeah, then there was that, and then now we have like Origami Mario. So there's a very clear pattern developing there. There's also the pattern.
It's kind of funny how like
Yeah.
the Paper Mario games have gone through all like they've still been able to like milk the craft motif for years.
You
Like
retweeted it.
yes, like Mario's
Yes.
gone through stickers and paint and Photoshop and like
Did he really?
all these- yeah, Super Paper Mario implemented like the 2D and 3D planes. Like the pixel guy is basically
Oh.
it basically looks like Photoshop. So
So it's
that
interesting.
game's also fantastic by the way.
I
so
do-
either-
I just want to see what goes with that. But yeah, neither here nor there. I hear you. I think that's what you're
Okay,
about to say.
I saw a great tweet that was after do you guys say something? You go.
The game comes out in like 2 months.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
What the
crazy.
heck?
That's crazy.
We barely
Yeah.
can wait for this shit. Amazing.
I think they're starting to finally drop some of these titles they meant to put out at Evo. Like it's, I think that was prepped to be one of the big
You
surprises.
think Paper Mario was getting announced at EVO? You're crazy. No
I mean,
way.
I'm sorry, E3.
No, that's
E3,
true.
okay, fair enough. No, fair enough. That
Yeah,
makes
no,
a lot.
I'm
I was
sorry,
like,
I
EVO.
didn't-
No, you're good.
Yeah,
no,
E3
bro.
probably would have been happening like this week most likely. It's usually like the second or third week of May.
Yeah, I think it was
Really?
this one.
Wow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so because of everything happening, I guess there's not a lot going on. I'm glad you guys brought that up.
Yeah.
I saw a tweet that was like, which can transition the next topic, probably the bigger topic we're going to talk about, where someone was just like, "Oh, Nintendo, everyone." Or there's basically like Nintendo's being like, Mr. Nintendo, everyone's complaining about the online and we're not at Evo. And it's like Nintendo rep dropped a Paper Mario trailer.
Yeah,
They're
this-
like, without a trailer, they're like, drop the trailer. Which leads us into the bigger topic and our main topic that Evo has announced its plans. For and I guess what it's like 4 or 5 like online tournaments throughout the month of July or something like that. Every weekend's getting a dedicated different net play tournament, and a lot of the games that were already at Evo are still there. Games like Grand Blue and Street Fighter, I believe, are still there.
I think 5 was awfully.
Yeah, I think
Was it 5 gone?
No, they don't have Street Fighter 5 and they don't have Tekken.
So,
It's a really
Can
weird.
we, Chris? Can
Oh,
we
wow.
watch the trailer again? Can
Yeah,
we watch
actually,
it live? 'Cause
I have it on.
I
I'm gonna-
have fucking questions.
I am
Hey,
definitely
hey,
gonna share my.
That fighting hurts.
I am going to share my screen
What
with you
happened?
guys. There we go.
This is being a troll.
I know, but what do you say? I want to hear the joke. I feel so left
Them
out.
Fighting hurts.
Yeah. So
Weirdly, very hype.
yeah. So these are the games. Hold on. That was that.
Yeah.
These are
Look at it
they.
right now.
So it's kind of.
Can you full screen it? Oh, sorry, I can full screen it. Sorry.
Yeah, here's the full screen. So what is that? Under Night, In Birth, DBZ Fighters. Okay, so no, Street Fighter 5 isn't there.
5 is there. I'm crazy.
Yeah. No, for some reason I thought it wasn't either. Samurai
I thought
Showdown.
DBZ wasn't there as well, so that's new.
Wait, is this a trailer?
This is
Can
the
you play
official.
trailer?
Yeah, I'll play it. The Grand Blue is the big one. That's like the heavy hitter. That's the game that everybody's excited about, and with good reason, I guess, because it has a developer that is actually
It's-
into competitive gameplay.
They actually changed their
It's
netcode.
10 out of 10 fucked up that Mango is about to pop up on this.
Yeah,
It's so fucked up. Okay, so this is clear. Like they're adding these games to the online to have online tournaments, which is awesome because they all have good netcode and net play, and they should be rewarded for what is needed right now, which is awesome. Whatever. And I know 3 of them, and 3 of them are amazing. I've heard of the My Little Pony game before, but never like played it or don't really know anyone who does. But that's the end of the trailer, bro.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's-
apparently it runs off of the same developer or somebody who worked with the Skullgirls team. So it's not like it's this coming out of nowhere. It does have an actual like validity to it in terms of netcode and such, which is great.
I
I
can
had
you play
never
from the
really
beginning,
seen the
Chris?
gameplay before.
play
that.
from the beginning. Yeah, hold up.
Yeah, because the confusing part to me is in the beginning. AJ, I totally agree, man. Yeah, it's the same people as Skullgirls, which is cool too. Skullgirls has been a game that's been around forever too.
That is an
Yeah,
eternal
seriously.
community one right there. That's one that's
Yeah.
like gotten stronger over time since its first like arrival, with the keeping it alive, like Sharpie or To Kill Sage.
Yep.
Like it's
Sage loves that game.
Sage
Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
absolutely loves that game. Big
EVO
band.
champion in Skullgirls.
Yep.
Nice. Okay, so for over 20 years, Evo has brought together people who love whatever games. We're gonna continue that tradition. Oh, all right, let's focus.
There's Mango.
Introducing
That really is fucked up. They show
EVO Online. Okay, so far on board. Pause. 5 weekends of fighting games. Okay, good. Not that confusing. Pause. With special exhibitions and content for EVO's original lineup, which leads me to believe Smash is going to get some sort of invitational, some sort of exhibition, some sort of DLC announcement,
I can
or
see that.
definitely like this to me says that Smash will still be a part of EVO in some way, but there
Right.
won't be but this next part says there won't be a tournament for it. It might not. What other game got cut? All right, so pause. Yeah, that's the official lineup.
It looks like they cut the Marvel 2 like invitational tournament,
Yeah,
That
which
did get
makes
cut.
sense. That makes sense.
which makes me very sad. I was very
That
much
does
looking
make me
forward
very
to
sad. That was gonna be so hype.
Chris,
I'm trying to
I'm looking it up right now.
Yo, Yipes is one of the most entertaining casters in the game, but that man still puts in work. I was looking forward to watching him cook people in that game.
Yeah.
I'm upset. I'm glad that you brought this back up, Hasty, because I didn't even notice that part where it said the original lineup has like special exhibitions and
A
such.
huge part of it.
So like that's
Here you go.
something I didn't completely overlooked. So
5 weeks is a lot of
Hopefully.
weeks. That's over a month. like
Okay,
that's like,
I linked the original. Could you get a side by side, Chris? Is that possible? They even moved
yeah.
around where they all are, which is fucked up. So we can't easily coordinate which ones are gone and which ones aren't.
All right, hang on. So I gotta change the way I'm sharing my screen, but I do have it side by side.
That's cool. So it looks like Street Fighter's still there, obviously. Well, not obviously. We fucked
Yeah,
them up.
it's only Smash and Marvel 2 that got the boot.
Wow, Smash and a game that came out in the 90s are the only two that didn't make it. Okay. So my question is, this is where it gets confusing, Chris. I do love Chrono.
Yeah, sorry. I don't know. I
And
don't know why my
everyone in the chat.
screen share is not doing the thing it's supposed to. So I'm blaming Discord for this one. But just trust me that they're side by
yeah,
side.
So, you know what I could do? I could share my screen and just have that.
Oh, you know, that's a good
Okay.
idea. That's actually a really good idea.
Thanks, bro.
I don't know
That's a
why
good
I
idea,
can't.
too.
I think I shared, and I think I toggled share screen one too many times for Discord, and they didn't like it.
Discord's like, nah, I'm tired.
Like I'm sorry, dude. It's Friday. Like I don't need this stress.
Gotta get down on Friday.
That's crazy. It's just really not doing anything. I click the button.
Okay, it's a crappy image, but I'll share the screen. Not screen 1. I want screen 2, but that won't happen. So let's just do this. Do this. Do that. Okay. Share screen 1. All right, so you guys can see the original lineup there, right? And
Yeah.
Chris, I don't know if you have the old one, but now
Yeah,
we
I
get
can.
the
I'll do
side
that
by
right
side.
now. Yep. We got it.
So here's or if you have the trailer, that would be, I think, the best. And rewind it to when they start talking about the games. So in my opinion, this is the original EVO lineup. I don't even know if it's opinion. That seems like a fact. That seems like a fact.
It looks correct.
So what the fuck are they showing when they show that screen after they say new content for the original lineup and then shows those games, this roster minus Smash and Marvel? What the fuck does that mean?
You know
Is that
you know what? It still says Tournament of Champions at the top, which is what
Where?
the title is called for Marvel 2's exhibition. So
this is the
does that
old
mean it's still
this is
happening?
the original.
Oh no, that's a good point. Because in the
Wait,
the
what are you
news,
talking about?
so in the video for the trailer, the one
Where's
of
the
the top.
trailer at?
Hold on. Do you want me to grab it, Chris?
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah. Actually, if you guys could just share the screens, because my screen share is literally just not. It doesn't do anything.
Damn,
when I
bro.
click the button.
Yeah.
I got it.
I could maybe like drop out and drop back in, but I don't know if that's.
You're good,
I'm
dude. Don't
looking,
worry
at,
about it.
I'm looking at Twitch to see this.
Wait, can you share screen?
It's on my other screen. Put over here.
So
You got it, AJ?
Yeah, let me get full screen.
Yeah, and I can't make this Discord window any smaller. But actually, you know what? I got an idea. Let's open original. There we go. Oh, that's exactly what I want. full screen
Did
that.
that tweet not go through? What the heck?
Discord's on the heavy stream. Oh, okay, that's actually pretty good. All right, I got it set up to a point that looks pretty good. If you're looking at the stream.
Okay, give me 1 second. So, I don't.
I cannot get this.
Let me see. Okay. Oh, if you're looking at the stream. Okay, hold on 1 second then.
Doing it live, babe.
This is how these things work, man. That's a. Well, if Discord was working the way it should, this would have been okay.
Yeah.
But sometimes it just
So
doesn't.
let me look at the stream.
Yeah,
Here.
it's like Discord won't let me like.
Gotta watch a
get
Charmin ad first,
picture.
though.
Definitely got to watch a Charmin ad.
Hey man,
I think
that's actual gold nowadays. So don't be hating on
Little poopy bears.
Duty bears.
Duty
There's
bears.
a bear shit in the bathroom.
Okay. All right. Cool. Thanks. So, right. So the only game. What is the tournament
Wow,
of champions?
EE goes and dropped
I
a
think
YouTube
that might-
video
that-
about
that-
Smash canceled. This is and Sonic flipping
Ooh,
off.
can you move mine, Chris? Can you move mine a little bit, like just off to the side a little?
Oh, right now it's just a full screen of
Okay, that's
the
fine. That's
lineup
perfect.
with the
Actually,
other lineup in the middle.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah. Yeah. So tournament of champions. Good catch, AJ. What the heck? Because that could. Huh.
That
'Cause
might be Marvel.
They might
Yeah, I
be
think
doing
that-
more than just Marvel. They might be doing more online games. We might get
Maybe.
Third Strike at EVO.
Maybe.
You think so?
Well,
I mean, I guess it's possible based
Look at
on the.
They have a game for it. Like Third Strike is available on Steam.
like same exact time as we're doing the podcast, EE sees it. Like, all right, time to drop the same topic video.
Yeah, perfect. That's how it goes. I swear, I
mean,
swear,
everywhere, yeah.
I swear we inspire a lot of stuff, but just no one watches the content direct.
Yes.
I've noticed so many trends that come from this channel, but this
Now
channel
that
is
we-
still like the little tucked, like little redheaded stepchild, but it's okay.
So
We got the good
realistically, as far as we know right now, only Smash got cut. But what is
Mhm.
so? My question is, if we go back to that graphic you had up, Chris.
Yep, it's there.
Oh, nice and easy. Can you rewind the trailer just a little bit?
I sure can. Where you
So
want it
it's-
to go?
So it's set to the text where it says original roster or whatever. So that's the official lineup. That's what they're dubbing it in the bottom left hand
Yeah.
corner. The official lineup, right? So
Right.
yeah,
the
yeah.
same
See that
thing.
in the bottom left, official lineup. Now, that pause. Special exhibition. Oh, on the special exhibitions. I'm watching the stream, so I'm a little bit behind.
Yeah, that's okay. Is that what you want though? The
Special exhibitions, yeah.
okay.
So
There we go.
yes.
Yeah,
So
does that mean that they're not doing full tournaments for those?
I don't think so. But my thing is, this isn't the original roster, so what the fuck are they showing us?
It sounds like to me they're just that Smash just might be getting the shit end of this thing.
Was
But
this
it was on the original roster.
Mhm.
Is
Right.
this,
So that's very misleading and very confused. That's why I'm like, I don't understand. Because this is not the original roster, but their said stuff is going to be coming for the original roster. So then they showed this image. Is this the original roster? Or is this a new lineup? What is this? I don't understand what you're trying to show me here.
I'm starting to wonder too that even if maybe with what we're doing is a reach, I wonder if the bad press from all of this like might force the hand of like Mr. Wizard to hold one of these invitationals. So we might just be on the money with something that comes with the future too. Like, because I think that this idea has validity to it about what you're saying. But I wonder if they actually just straight up did cut and now they're seeing everybody just smack them for taking out Ultimate, and maybe they do something that's gonna be worth it, like a 16-man top player invitational.
I don't think Evo's really under fire for this. I think everyone understands why Smash isn't
Mhm.
at Evo. I've
Yeah,
not seen
yeah,
one
for sure.
person batch Evo. Not like I haven't. I
People were
haven't seen
happy
any.
about it. People were just like, "Yo, good choice, good idea, bro."
You did fine. Yeah,
no,
we're not
smart. Yeah, that's all I've seen.
The theory I don't like is that people are like, "Oh, I wish it was at Evo so we could show off how bad the Wi-Fi is." I'm
That's
like,
such
well,
I
a
don't agree
bad
with that.
mentality.
first off,
Nobody,
no.
nobody
Second
likes.
off,
Why do people crave a public execution?
Yeah, that's
Like, that's not
that's totally.
it's
There's no
enough
sport,
of a
so they gotta
statement that the game got cut. That's like how I feel.
Mhm.
Like if people, and then you ask why, everyone's gonna be like, "Why did the biggest game get cut?" Well,
Let me tell you
Yeah,
why. Yeah.
Toph made a great tweet about this where he was like, you see these older games coming back like Killer Instinct and the My Little Pony game, all these games that are
Skullgirls.
Skullgirls, all these games that are critically acclaimed for having great netcode for playing online. And then he's like, and it's a telling statement when you see, the biggest game of last year's EVO with shit netcode and a shit online interface. It's not being there. So it makes sense. And he was
Right.
Toph. I meant to watch his stream last night because he was actually going to talk about when he did the Nintendo Invitational, and they that clip that's been making its rounds around
Him
the
and
internet.
Vicky.
Yeah, where they're just like, no, they're not seeing that on their end. They're only seeing that on our end. So I meant to watch his stream about that to see like what the details in that were. But it is what it is. Like it's no, and also another great point that I saw, because we are just coming off of the heels of the box, which had 8K entrants in it. So I don't think
Leon Bell.
Yeah, dude.
shout out to Lev Bell. Go Jets.
Yeah.
But
Not go Jets.
all right.
The Jets can go.
Love Bell,
Go
great.
Jets.
Yeah, he
Top
rules.
of-
I can still root for players.
Very true. But yeah, like I don't think Ultimate is hurting for like online events, because people have stepped up, and whether it be your local scenes, like what we've been doing, what Xanadu's been doing, what 2GG's been doing for transitioning all their things to online, and Xeno and the such, on the small scale of things. But then on the big scale of things, there's also people like Critical and Hungry Box put this stuff together, and RJ obviously scheduling Collision Online, and so on and so forth. So I don't think Smash is hurting as bad, for like a big online thing as this thing. I think it's just the prestige of EVO, where it's just like, if you're not at EVO, you're the kid that's like sitting at home on prom night. Like it stings.
This is bigger. We're like, the community's fine. I totally agree. I think this is a bigger negative mark for Nintendo, or for the online, or like for the online services provided by them. And I think you brought up a really good point, because it's not just the latency. Like, that's obviously its own issue, but the lobby, like how things are done basically to find other players and do all that stuff, it's not great. Like even that is like kind of mediocre. You know what I mean? It's not very good.
Super mediocre.
It's okay. It's okay.
This is the thing. So this is the funny thing. So Elite Smash now, Quick Play, all that is almost considered a downgrade from what was in the last game, which was just just for glory, straight up. And that's something that's been bothering people for a while. So it did seem like a step backwards, but this is why I wanted to make Nintendo Online its own topic, because I think it's directly related. Because it seems like there is some back-end stuff happening from Nintendo, and there has been a few tweets floating around that Nintendo is working on some online stuff. And obviously Smash notoriously having bad online and bringing all the light to this, because you guys are right. Like, the community's not hurting. It's as active as ever despite being online. It's just, it doesn't work very well. So the thing is, there's been a few tweets from Nintendo saying like, hey, we're thinking about some online stuff basically, and maybe making some repairs. And in that, we've seen a North American Open tournament for Mario Kart, a game that is like really old now, and a port. Came out of nowhere. Now there's a Tetris 100 tournament coming up this weekend. And I really wonder, really wonder, because those are two games where it's like the internet and the connection's important, but not as critical as Smash, where there's like inputs and stuff that are like, frames of that matter. Mario Kart, the worst thing that happens is maybe a shell doesn't detect or something. About the game's so much RNG, it doesn't matter. But slight digression. But in either case, I feel like they're trying to stress test their servers maybe, or figure something out. I want to believe that anyways. Because as someone who streams Mario Kart tournaments, which is a difficult task as it is, seeing the way that net play works, it's not bad, but seeing it after a weekend that was really congested last weekend with the big Nintendo Open, the servers were doing some noticeably weird things in terms of connection errors, some of the lobbies. The way Mario Kart works is like there's always a lobby of 12, but some of them are bots. It just takes from the pool of people in the circuit. So this time around, a lot of those lobbies were just like 2 or 3 players, despite having the amount of players to fill the lobbies. So something weird's happening. So I do wonder if maybe, just maybe, they are obviously aware of what's going on, but maybe they're trying to work on it. But then again, they also just announced that they've added some like virtual console games, which is also technically they're online. So who knows what's actually happening?
Yeah. The big thing that I always come back to is that I don't think Nintendo is totally tone deaf in regards to listening to their fan base on things that they want. We cried about Diddy Kong being broken. Diddy Kong got nerfed, and so on and so forth. So these things have, I don't think they're completely shutting us out, but whether it be
Right.
whether it be character nerfs in a fighting game or completely overhauling your online system, that's like apples and gasoline. Like it's two completely different things.
I think
So,
it's one of those things too where they understand their audience that they're trying to reach, because they know that if you start putting out too many things where it's like, oh, we understand this is bad, this is not working, you're gonna get the positive end, but you're still gonna get the fire lit up of the people who love to just constantly kind of shit on these things. So I think their passive approach, like Chris was saying, of maybe stress testing it with the tournaments, kind of slowly building towards it in the background while maybe doing some positive things with the invitationals, might actually be their game plan. It's like, let's mitigate slowly behind the scenes rather than just kind of taking claim on it in the front, because we know it's just gonna cause more shitstorms on Twitter and social media and such.
I wish my screen share worked for you guys, but I am showing the stream right now. If you guys are looking at that, you'll be delayed, but you'll still get the point. So even now, like, they're still like offering tournament IDs for Mario Kart. Like, this is an old game. Out of nowhere.
It came out when the system came out, right?
Yeah, but before that, it's support of a game that was old on the Wii U. You know what I mean? Like, so it's like it's really old.
Can you pull up Play Pokemon as well? Because that, you just reminded me of this. Speaking of invitationals and stuff like that online, Play Pokemon, which is the competitive actual front to the competitive scene, is doing a full multi-month circuit with, there it is right there, the International Challenge. It's gonna be everything from the TCG Online to VGC, which is their main pusher, Pokken Tournament DX. Like, they're doing things to help bring more people in, and obviously you don't really need a big net code for turn-based games. But even with Pokken Tournament DX, I don't know how great the net code is on that, but I know that it's a game that's not necessarily the biggest in popularity, but they're pushing towards that effort, since they know that we have no events. And that could still be yet another spot to stress test, because that is still a fighting game. So maybe they take some W's from that and push it towards improvement on things like Smash.
Because do you guys know where that tweet is, where they basically said, like, hey, we're going to be doing some maintenance kind of stuff? I forget what account tweeted it. Was it like Nintendo News or something like that?
Yeah, because I saw something about that in I tried playing Animal Crossing and connecting to the internet like a few days ago, and it just wouldn't let me do it because I think they were doing work on the servers.
Yeah,
so.
I think I know where to find it, so I'll do that on the back end, because I think several people were just like, maybe you tweeted about it. Someone did. I just remember RJ. Specifically RJ. They saying something about the the online play, and he's just like, maybe they're working on it. Like, here's a tweet, but like, you just don't know, because then you're seeing other things from the Nintendo of America Twitter, where it's just like, here's your free trial for Nintendo Online. We have all of these virtual console games, so that's technically they're online too.
The tweet was vague enough, or like the article or like the headline about Nintendo upgrading their services was vague enough, where it's like, just gives us enough hope, but it probably won't happen, just because, I don't know, I don't want to get too hopeful, man. It's possible, though.
It is.
I saw another. I know Sakurai does like a monthly interview with Famitsu, which is a big magazine in Japan, and they even asked them about, like, one of the translations was like, do you plan on making any adjustments to the Nintendo to the online servers? And he's basically just like, nah, we're pretty much just focusing on making the DLC characters, especially because even if they said that they could do that, there's only so much they can do. I don't know what Japan's stay at home orders are compared to how they are here in America, but a lot of their staff is working remotely, and it's one thing to get character models and wires and stuff to work on a home computer, but like I said, to overhaul the entirety of your netcode and your online system, that's like a whole another that's a whole other beast you're gonna have to tackle.
To me too, those are two totally separate departments. Like, Smash is a piece of software. Smash is a piece of software, and I call internet and connectivity and network speed and quality is more a different department. It's not Smash is a game. You can't, like, I don't think it's up to Sakurai to fix that shit. So
yeah, I don't think so too. That's definitely a server end issue, and a larger one. This goes right along though with Nintendo's goals, but those might be adjusting, like a lot of other businesses. Like, being in this post pandemic era, basically does require businesses to change. So Nintendo's main philosophy was like, hey, just sit next to your friend and play a game. That's your multiplayer. We have the good games. Who cares about the internet? Just get together. But that's literally not a thing now. And I think, they're not dumb. They're a very smart, intelligent, make good games, make good everything company. They just have their own priorities. So now that this is a bit more of a priority, it might be possible. That's the only thing I could piece together anyways.
That goes back to what I said on our last podcast, where Nintendo has always been a step behind in regards to the spec aspects of their consoles and their games. They didn't have their first HD system until 6 years ago. They were falling behind on the online. Like, everyone remembers how bad Brawl Online was. That was atrocious.
Unplayable. Literally.
So they're still in the mid 2000s in regards to like how they go about fixing their servers and stuff. But what Nintendo's always been good at, like you just said, Chris, is the quality of experience, is the camaraderie and the quality of life. Bringing people together by the TV to play, which you obviously can't do now unless you live with a big family or something like that. But it's just kind of they're not going to. I don't think they're going to bend, too far in regards to to appeal to the hardcore gamers, which are the people that are playing competitively online or taking these party games, for lack of a better term, calling it what they are, very seriously.
Yep.
Whether it be Mario Kart or Mario or Super Smash Brothers and stuff like that. So, at what point do they give? That's the question I think everyone needs to be asking.
And my biggest thing I'm still stuck on this Mario Kart thing because I'm thinking about how many other games they have that play online too. Like, there's still Mario Tennis, like that's still a game, and that's still a game that plays online. And there's several others, but Mario Kart is literally, I think it's the best-selling game right now on the console and probably ever. Switch has broken sales records, and I believe Mario Kart is the best-selling game on the Switch.
There was a recent chart somebody had up for that.
Yeah.
They were at the top by like a couple million, followed by, I want to say it was Pokemon Sword and Shield, then Smash,
and then Animal Crossing starting the surge.
Animal Crossing was like number 6, I think it was.
As far as like a game that requires many people in one game at once, Mario Kart's case 12 racers, like that's about as much of a test you're gonna get, and that's the only explanation I could think of as why they'd revive it. Like, obviously in good faith, trying to get people to do stuff during quarantine, obviously, and Nintendo's the type of company to do that, but I do think that there's got to be more to it, at least in my mind.
It's either that or Paper Mario the Origami King is going to have the best online experience of all time.
We could only hope.
It's gonna have the best online experience of all time. 0 job frames, but there's still no partner characters or experience point.
Tiger
I'm
King,
so salty about
except for
Don't mind me.
Origami King.
Yeah. Don't mind me. I'm still mad about Sticker Star.
So
but,
people, I mean, there's a lot of, this is the problem. There's a lot of rage going around Nintendo stuff, especially people being stuck inside. I mean, hell, we're even talking about legalizing Lylat on the Smash end of things. I don't know how you guys feel about that, but
that's a fun thing to kind of transition to. They do these things on shows at a time, whether it be they buy it or sell it. So, do you guys buy into banning select characters from Wi-Fi tournaments because people don't like them?
Sell.
I want to buy just to be like devil's advocate, but in my heart, I'm selling pretty hard. What do you think, Haz?
I think I'm gonna buy. All right, listen.
I like it.
Here's how I feel. What I wish truly is that Squad Strike was a format we could play on Wi-Fi. You had to do 1 Sonic stock versus 3 Sonic stocks. Way better for your mental health, okay? That's good. That's really, really good. I think banning is a thing that's done in a lot of professional esports. Dota, there's bans across the board for heroes. There's more team games, obviously. It's a little bit different. But having bans would really shake things up in terms of needing to have more than one character. I think every single top player has more than one character they can play at or around their level. I think banning a character forces people to. It's just like stages. Like I think at one point in Smash, I don't know if it's factual or not. I'm sure there's only one stage. Like there's only FD. That's it. You can't ban stages or whatever. Like you just go there and you just play. No, we got to adapt. It's a new era. We got to make sure that viewership stays alive. We got to make sure people still care about the game so that when we get through this, we're in a good spot to pick up where the pieces left off. So I'd love to see a tournament try it. I'm buying in terms of a trial, but I'm not buying in terms of everyone needs to do this immediately. You're all cowards.
Yeah.
Take it up a little bit, fellas.
I'm glad you. I'm glad you brought that up, Haz. Because there's a podcast I listened to years ago when Smash Wii U was about to like break through and come out.
Mhm.
And someone brought up on a podcast like, there's so many characters. Why not bring up something like, like draft ban like you do in League of Legends or something like that? Like you just ban like a handful of champions or something like that
Yeah.
if you don't want to play. And I brought that up to somebody, just like, nah, man, you could be banning someone's main. I'm just like, well, tough shit.
Get good.
Yeah. Well, the
Play
problem, real problem I would have with that is it really hurts top players because if Best Nest enters a Wi-Fi tournament, okay, I ban Nest, and he's like, I don't even know who you play as. So some people who are like mid-level players get to keep their mains. Maybe on Smash.gg they can implement a thing where you have to declare a main. But I don't even know how you'd prove that because what's to stop me from saying I main Samus, and obviously you'll ban that immediately, and I'm like, just kidding, I don't play
Well,
Samus at all.
in games like League, are there rules that prevent you from like banning the same champion over and over again?
No, but it's
think-
a team game, so it's way different. It's
Sure.
it's more like banning strategies than it is like.
Yes.
I guess it's also personal taste and all that stuff, but usually in League 2, they identify that, well, at least with Dota, there's almost always a centralized meta towards the top where you want to ban strategies because they're either near impossible to deal with just because of how balance patches shook up, or, they change a lot in those games, though. It's not just like, oh, we buffed attack damage on this hero, so they're OP. It's like we changed how the map works, we changed how the money works, we changed how the creeps move, we changed the speed towers attack. There's so many different factors that they change where it makes more sense and it's easier to justify hero bans. I think the most major one is that it's a team game, but I think if we start banning, I wish it was Squad Strike because it's like in Dota or in other, I don't really know how League does it, but you kind of do. You ban, your opponent bans, you pick, your opponent picks, you ban, your opponent bans. So it's like, oh, I see, you picked Ness? Okay, I'm going to ban Lucas because I feel like you can kind of play both of them. You know what I mean? Like, so I just wish Squad Strike was a thing because I feel like this could be the opportunity for Squad Strike to shine and really help the game out. It would be amazing.
This is...
And
So go ahead, AJ.
I was gonna say the way that you explained that after with the buy to, I can understand that logic on the whole the viewership thing because it's very important that we retain the community health as a whole. That is definitely very important. But also my gripe was pretty much what you guys just covered. When you start targeting bans as a way of mitigating damage, you not only punish players who just were playing and then happened to be forced into a situation where their character was like just optimally better. It starts. I feel like it rewards bad behavior, and I don't like that. I don't like when we're taking away someone's effort to get better and like really like push in a lot of effort. Not saying that Sonic isn't amazing on online. That there's no question about that. But it's really it's not like it's an unbeatable thing to the point where it's the only thing that can actually work. Because like you said, the Best Ness won with Ness. There's been other people who have been having recent success against Sonics because of learning over time. I think what it shows is just how important it is in this game to have multiple characters, because there is just so many. There's like so many characters who would just straight up would lose to Sonic, but if you change your play style around, even if you have to unfortunately go for a camping style, it'll force that Sonic player to work that much harder. So I think on paper it might seem like an okay idea, but long term, when we go offline, what's to say Diddy Kong all of a sudden takes over the game again, and everybody's like, all right, ban Diddy Kong. We've already done it once before. Let's do it again.
Yeah.
So
it's like I totally agree, and I think that's the main difference between MOBAs and fighting game. For FGC, never been character bans unless they're outright, secret boss broken, like clearly, made by the devs to be broken, basically, or accidentally are broken. And that used to, even back in the day when there were no balance patches in sight anywhere, like Third Strike never got a balance patch, and they never banned the top characters. Like that just never happened. Like that just wasn't it, even though they're fucking obnoxious.
Yeah, there's very few times like Cabal in UMK3 was actually like a broken character, so he had to be banned.
Exactly.
The old Power Rangers game, Ivan Ooze, literally unbeatable by everybody else, had to be banned.
Also, secret boss.
Yeah, and a secret boss. Yeah. So, like that makes sense at that point. Overwatch even recently started doing weekly alterations of character bans. So the ranked at a certain point, I want to say, I believe it's everything from like their platinum level or something up, will have heroes cycled out weekly to keep the meta fresh. But that only works in teams, like you said before, pointing out the MOBAs.
I think that's the bottom line, though, and the biggest fear to me is that people will just stop giving a fuck about the game, which is possible. Like, I think we're far from that point, but it is very possible.
Yeah.
Especially with, dude, the next DLC character, no one gives a fuck about except for Coney and Austin. That's it. No one gives a fuck. Like, that's it. They gotta fucking. They better nerf all these Wi-Fi characters into the ground or buff a lot of other characters a lot. This is crazy. This game. I don't think it's in danger, but I think it's not in a good place.
So I think this has shades of discussion of when people wanted to ban Bayonetta towards the end of it, and then everyone.
This is why I stand this way.
There's a lot
Which
of people.
I think would have happened at some point, by the way.
Well,
I think so,
it
too,
happened
if
in
we
some
went all
areas. We had tournaments in New Jersey though, but they were specifically marketed as like, hey, we still have regular tournaments, but here's this tournament that has, no Bayonetta in it, and then for doubles there was no Bayonetta and no Cloud. And that tournament, people had a lot of fun. So I kind of do think this falls on individual organizers. The problem is if you're like, I can only speak to this from my standpoint as having a channel and organizing and streaming shit. So from my standpoint is while that has a novelty to it that people want to watch on a larger scale, it's harder for people to really grip to that because it's not consistent to everything else to a point where now you're like, all right, well, does anyone really care? Did people just throw this out the window because like, oh, this isn't valid, doesn't include the whole cast, or this isn't following the rules, or this doesn't count towards anything? So then you run into all of that stuff, and then it comes down into individual channels, casters, players to make the stuff interesting, and that's not always I feel like we can't rely on that. I'll put it straight.
Dude, fucking Squad Strike is the answer. It is. In Smash 4, if we had Squad Strike and you could do 3 stocks and 3 characters, you know how much better the game would have been? If I could play, like, you got to deal with Bayo, but it's only 1 stock. It's only 1 stock. Okay, that's a lot better. I could play tight for 1 stock, or if she just runs over me in 3 stocks, it's like, it was just Bayo, like, whatever. Like, that could happen. And, dude, it's the thing. It's just the thing. Because, like, dude, there's so many characters on Wi-Fi that are toxic, and if I only have to deal with 1, maybe 2 of them, but they're totally different, like, there could be characters on Wi-Fi who are, like Samus and Sonic are both obnoxious on Wi-Fi, but totally different. You know what I mean? Like, fighting against them, or you could get your own roster of busted characters that can beat them. You know what I mean? It's just... I think it's the answer. I really do.
If there's one thing I'm going to buy into, it is it's buying into the concept of getting experimental. Not with like the stages and stuff, because like I don't need Wi-Fi to tell me that Lylat's a bad stage. I don't need Dusty Carpet telling me that Castle Siege is a good stage. Like
I did need that actually.
All right, are you sure?
Castle
are you
Siege,
all right?
No.
Dude, the day that they start including Unova again in the conversation of legalized stages is when I actually give them any type of like listen, because the fact that Unova is still removed, and regardless of what people want to say it being similar to PS2, the platform layouts and such are different. Unova's gone, but Lylat exists, or people are arguing for Lylat. No, I'm sorry.
Yeah, like I like the concept of maybe like adjusting the timer, like maybe I've seen people
the 6 minute thing.
Yeah, either shortening it to 6 minutes or like adjusting it to like I saw Mewtwo King's thing where he was like, "Oh, make it 10 minutes," and I'm like, make the timeout like really worth like, grinding that out to.
It's
and
a long match.
Certain people will do that, but that's gonna kill your viewership,
dude. 100%. The thing
I have one word of response to that: interrobang. That's it.
No thanks.
Yeah, so I don't know. The one thing I do that I've been appreciating about Wi-Fi tournaments in particular are some of those characters, because Sonic was otherwise like irrelevant in the meta outside of like Wrath, especially at Frostbite, which was like the last.
They were on the rise. Don't.
Yeah,
I think
you're right.
Would have happened if we didn't go to Wi-Fi.
Fair, but
there was a
not as extreme, but similar.
Yeah.
So
there's not going to be 3 Sonics in top 8s in offline tournaments, but you're gonna see maybe like 1 in top 8 and 2 in the top 32 or something like that.
Fucking Robs are flying. They better thank Sonic mains with all their heart because they're flying under the radar right now.
You're right. That's
such a bullshit Wi-Fi character.
It was like toxic characters. Yeah.
When I played Bayo and the community would flip flop every other week, it was I hate Bayo, I hate Cloud, I hate Bayo, I hate Cloud. I was like, thank God for Cloud mains, dude. Because if it wasn't for them, everyone would just hate us 100%. Like, and I didn't love fighting Cloud, but thank God he existed because he took the heat off for at least half a year.
I just imagine that picture of the soldier like standing over the sleeping person. with the
The,
arrow.
Yeah.
thing in
the
his back.
TikTok of the emo kid who dies and comes back as a guardian angel. It's more like that. I love that. I love that TikTok. It is. Can you pull that one up, Chris?
Yeah, can you link me so that way it's
Yeah, I'll see if I can find
link
it.
me and then,
No,
and then
there's,
I'll
there's
put
one
the
I've
code
seen
on.
similar of like a guy that appears in front of his pregnant wife and like catches a bullet.
Yes.
With, like with the Katy Perry song playing in the background.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot.
I need to find
Quarantine
this.
has
I remember seeing that one.
Quarantine's been
It
great
was
for
something.
memes, if anything.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Memes are on a whole
Yeah,
nother that they've transcended for sure.
Yeah.
But the thing is like
But-
the one thing I want to know real quick is I've really been appreciating in a lot of the tournaments, even some of the bigger brackets, like you're seeing some of these online brackets with 170 plus people in it or 100 on the regular. I know like the DNA stream or DNA tournament has 100 plus a lot of times, if not just knocking on the door of 100. And you're seeing characters you don't usually see gameplay of. It might be online gameplay of, but you're seeing the gameplay. So, like, you might hate playing against Ganon on Wi-Fi, but you're going to see him get top 2. Yeah, you're going to see Bandit's K-Rool. That's crazy. That character is never going to break into a top 8 in, like, real life.
Fuck that character.
But, like, it got...
Seabass is getting, like, first or, like, in top 3 with Ganondorf
First,
regularly.
dude, top 2 last night. Yeah, what was it? Seabass got second, and Banjo got first, Unleashed. Like, what is that? What the heck?
Yeah, it's wild. Like, I've just for one watching the way Bandit moves with K-Rool, I have been praising since I've been paying attention.
He's
to
good,
him.
man.
The fact that he's pulling it off on Wi-Fi is one thing, and heavies are harder to react to online. But you're right. This is like the first time we get to see the exposure of all these different characters we normally wouldn't see because they'd never make it to stream. But even if they made top 64, they might not get on because the stream queue is for a Leo or a Light or a Mars or Samsora at the time. So they might be up next, but they end up getting knocked out.
I just appreciate all the clips I'm getting. Like I literally have a Star Wars clip out of Smash that I posted last week, and I'm like obsessed with this clip. I wish other people were, but I don't really care because
I thought that was great.
The high ground,
The
it's
high
literally
ground,
the same thing, and it's K-Rool and it's Ganon. What is this?
Okay.
Yeah, no problem. So it's just like you don't get to see a lot of this stuff, and there are people that still play these characters and play this game for fun and not competitively. Might watch some tournament streams, but you know it's kind of time to see this stuff. Like I remember early on in Wi-Fi stuff, we were even getting to see Belmonts have success with like Luffy.
Yeah.
You know, remember that like the first couple weeks.
Frosty.
Frosty.
It's another one.
So these characters are getting new life, and there's 70 plus characters in this game. Like at least we get to see them now. You know, for better for worse, or you know, good net code, bad net code, but it's also kind of introduced us to this whole new breed of player. Well, it's not a new breed of player, but now
Chris,
it's
I
visible.
specifically request whatever clip it is that Bandit got on Jazzy G because they're like.
I gotta find. Yeah, I don't know which clip Jazzy. Jazzy doesn't want me to show it, but if Jazzy wanted me to show it, I could. I gotta find it.
Poor Jazzy. Yeah, but I don't know. As we do that, we do hope that you know. I don't want to see Ultimate like burn out or fall apart for obvious reasons. This whole thing just kind of couldn't have come at a worse time. Like Ultimate was starting to really gain its sea legs. Like we had a circuit and we were gonna burst into the summer of Smash, with a whole lot of gusto and all this fun stuff. And now, with the way that the state of the world is now, I'm not expecting to see any majors for the rest of the year. If I'm being totally honest with you.
You're probably right. I don't think that's unreasonable.
It's not looking good.
Well, when is EVO Online? July, right? Like that's
throughout July. Yes.
Throughout July. That's 2 months from now.
And EVO was historically in August the last couple of years. So if we're canceling events out that far in advance, then
that was good. That leaves us
with December, so
leaves us with 1/4 of the year left by the time, like even if the earliest, let's just say, and it's not going to be this case. Let's just say everything's ready to go by, EVO's usually in August, so figure we'll skip right past August. Let's just say September, best case scenario. That's still, you got 3 months left after that.
Yeah, and if I'm being a realist about it, like people are saying it's like, oh, like the heat will kill out the virus, but then by the time we're already into May, we're about to creep into June soon. By the time we get to where August is, we're about to be entering the fall where they say that this virus is going to come back again. So and eventually you're going to run out of calendar space if you're in these big tournaments. Like good on Jabali for getting out ahead of everything, being like, okay, let me push this back as far as I humanly can to give myself as much time as possible to to make this happen. But like if your events like Super Smash Con or if your events like knock on wood, Shine and Collision, you're running out of calendar dates, unless you're going to push back onto the holidays and stuff like that, which, historically December isn't really, December and November aren't necessarily great months for Smash tournaments because everyone's going back to school and there's holidays every week, every other week.
School?
So.
Yeah, what is school anymore?
Nothing.
I still have the nightmares. You guys don't have
bro.
nightmares where you wake up thinking that you forgot to submit something on Blackboard?
I literally have school dreams every day and I hate it. The one where you just forget what your schedule is, that's the one that I have. But
it's like, shit, I was in class an hour ago.
That's just real life, dude.
Yeah, it is.
Whatever.
Especially working from home, but
shit happens.
You ever have the one where you like park on the wrong side of the building and you just try to run to class, but you can't run past like 2 feet in front of you?
You have like elephant feet and you're walking through molasses.
Where you can't do physical activities correctly.
I hate it so much.
Get in a fight and you try to swing and you punch in slow motion. I hate that dream. I hate that dream. It's so bad.
I was going to reference The Wedding Singer, but I don't know if we still know about Adam Sandler movies in 2020 when the old guy punches.
Now you're dipping.
Yeah, sorry. It's funny.
Do you guys think DJ Pauly D will follow me back?
Pauly D, I hope so.
Maybe.
I think you got a shot.
I'm gonna give it a
try that EVI trick, but
over under 50% chance. I'm gonna say over.
I'd say exactly 50.
Ooh, I think it's possible.
Impressive.
Maybe if you put New Jersey or New York in your profile as like where you're located, change your profile, change your Avi to a chick. You don't have to change anything else. He's not gonna look at that much. Yeah, GTL, a little something.
GTL slut. Yep. That's me. That's my new ad.
Bring up the fact that the top 3 from Survivor were all from New Jersey. So it's all.
Oh really?
Yeah, all 3 of us. That's what I watched the other day.
Pauly D in 2020. I can't believe it.
Crazy. Yeah. Good thing he didn't. Good thing he didn't go to jail. But
yeah, that's good.
So you guys got anything else to add? Because I do have a fun little segment we could throw on.
We
could do our banter.
Yeah,
take it away, bro. I think you covered it all.
I actually think this has been a solid episode. I was gonna say I'm down for banter because it's only been about an hour. I say theoretically we could end recording now and still keep going. It doesn't really matter to me.
Well, here's I wanted to throw this in at the end. So here this is a segment I'm calling WTWTW. Which stands for what to watch this weekend because we're on a Friday.
Sure.
People are gonna have time now to do things.
I like it.
And just so the first thing I'm recommending for everyone to watch is today is May 15th, which means that the greatest TV show of all time, Avatar: The Last Airbender, has now been added in full to Netflix.
That's a big deal. That's actually a big deal.
As I know you were a Avatar virgin. You have not seen it before, correct?
I've seen some episodes, but never like try to watch the whole thing or watch it sequentially or whatever. So I'm gonna give it a shot this weekend.
Very worth.
That's my plan.
It's gonna be
I dropped the TikTok in the chat, by the way.
Perfect.
Oh, no.
What was the context of bringing this up?
About like the TikTok.
No, defending. Like Cloud defending.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay, that's what it was. This TikTok rules, dude.
I'm so afraid. Let me go.
The music too. Make sure you get the music.
All right, I could do that.
Dude,
I would share my screen. We could both.
I'm so mad. I'm so mad that he went down with like one knee.
All right.
And they're competing for like $100,000 prize or something like that. So, concept sounds interesting. So I need something to fill that itch. But yeah, what about you guys? You guys got any fun plans this weekend?
Honestly, man, I think I've been talking about Minecraft server for a long time. I think this might be the weekend.
Ooh, big weekend.
Big weekends. Yeah, big weekend upon big changes for Master Hand. So that'll be the initial spark for me. But that's pretty much all I got. I don't know. I think no tournaments for me this weekend, which is good, guy. Because what's it? Collision Online next weekend, so I'll be busy then.
Yes.
All of us.
Oh, and I'm commentating Knife Wars tonight. So if you guys want to watch that,
that's so cool. Right on.
Tune in.
Yeah, hell yeah.
What about you, AJ? What are you doing?
Primarily just working on more videos. Probably gonna try and watch. Speaking of things to watch, I heard Money Heist is pretty good on Netflix. It's subbed, but it's a really, really good show from what I've heard. So I'm gonna give that one a shot. That's pretty much it. Another one. No tournaments this weekend, but Collision next weekend.
Yeah, looking forward to that, and looking forward to Haz's season 1 review of Avatar. When it's all said and done.
Definitely gonna.
Yeah, that'll be good. We watched Molly's Game last night. Pretty good movie. Good movie.
Wait, what's Molly's Game?
What's the other thing I was gonna say?
Wait, what's Molly's game?
It's about like you want me to read the synopsis?
I'm just
here?
curious.
The
Yeah,
true
go.
story of Molly Bloom, a beautiful young Olympic class skier who ran the world's most exclusive high stake poker's game for a decade before being arrested in the middle of the night by 17 FBI agents wielding automatic weapons.
Whoa, man. Jesus.
It's pretty cool.
What?
Pretty cool. The intro, it's one of the best intros to a movie I've ever seen. I was immediately sucked in, and then the rest of it was good, but not as amazing as the intro. But definitely watch the first 5 minutes if you won't watch anything else, and I bet you'll want to watch more.
Is it on Netflix?
Mm-hmm.
That's all I needed.
All right, cool.
Michael Cera, Idris Elba, who I love.
Oh,
Ooh,
that was great. All right, that's
that's a combination. Michael Cera gets laid in every movie ever. So
Jessica Chastain is the lead. She's great.
ooh.
Cast
Yeah,
is
so-
getting really good. Yeah.
Avatar. Well, it's Aaron Sorkin, so and you can tell like if you listen to the writing, like it's very like kind of quick, whatever Sorkin-y writing. But
Mhm.
all right, anyway, Kevin Costner's in it too.
Wow, Kevin Costner.
So I'm doing that. I already watched that Avatar. I'm trying to enter Wi-Fi tournaments. Actually, I'm trying to play because I gotta keep playing. I gotta keep playing it. I gotta put out content, and I want to stream more. So
The thought crossed
I
my
hear that.
mind. There's an all Zelda bracket tomorrow. I don't.
No.
Not all Zelda. All Zelda characters. Nope.
no, still
No,
no. Like it
no.
arguably got worse.
Yeah, well, that's what I was
I don't
thinking.
know
answer
how
that.
many tryhard young links I've run into that get Battlefield. They immediately take a step back and just. I'm like, dude,
Yeah, those arrows come out
Not really? Are you
way
throw the
too
boomerang,
quick.
throw it up, shoot an arrow? I'm like, wow, congratulations!
You know what?
Like you figured out the one thing that works on Wi-Fi. Like,
I will say those people actually made my defense better because that's all I run into online pretty much ever. And also, every single damn Zelda is the same person on Wi-Fi. All of them.
Yeah.
They all play
Yeah,
the
can
exact
confirm.
same way. They're all the same person. You cannot convince me that they're
As a
not.
Wi-Fi Zelda main, I agree.
It is you. It is.
Yeah, it's me.
Young
is
Link does
you
not
who
suck on
always
Wi-Fi. That is
me,
not
no matter
true.
where I
No
am,
way.
how dare you.
That's
Whoever
propaganda.
said Young Link sucks on Wi-Fi?
That's
is
biddy propaganda.
wrong.
That's
So
literally what that is.
His neutral is way better, but his punish game is already pretty tight. So I agree that his combos get a little harder, or a little tougher, just like everyone else's. But dude, his neutral is way better online. You can't do
And he has a
anything
kill-
about it sometimes.
And he has a kill throw. Sometimes you're just sitting and shielding Wi-Fi and you can't react. Then he just gives you Das Boot and you die. So
Oh, you're quoting Biddy.
Yeah.
All right. No point arguing with you. That man,
Any biddy
That's
fans
how
in
we
chat?
I quoted him out
I'm
of
big fan.
context. That's my defense, Your Honor. So
why did he get buffed? Yeah, no one knows why Young Link got buffed.
All I ever
He-
talked to Biddy about lately is Pokemon, so I'm safe with Biddy.
Yeah,
fair.
Biddy has transitioned into a Pokemon player.
nobody
Yeah,
talks to me about Animal Crossing though, so it's fine.
Dude, you better get ready to start talking about Animal Crossing. There's a whole spot in the MHG server now. I'm trying
Oh,
to
yeah.
I'm trying to get good too. I'm far behind. I need to get the gains from the turnips, and that's kind of why I made the section.
Me and my
'Cause I-
secretary are about to take over the world, y'all.
I need to get rich.
Shoutouts to Drizzen.
Oh wow, yeah, that is a Drizzen item. But
Oh yeah.
All
Sometimes
right.
I take her in the carpool lane. So
whatever
yeah,
works.
so that's about it. Oh, do we want to announce our format change for what we're doing this upcoming week? Is it
Oh
already
yeah, you
confirmed
know what?
doing
That's a good idea. Why not do a little bit of house cleaning? So,
Yeah.
if you guys were unaware, there are Mario Kart streams to this channel quite frequently. In fact, twice a week, more than Smash now. So it's every single Sunday and every Tuesday. So what we're thinking is after the weekend, when all the exciting stuff happens per usual, we're gonna go live Tuesday, but probably right after the Mario Kart tournament stream, which typically ends at 9. I gotta tell you though, after doing this cast early, I might want to reconsider this. I actually have been enjoying the time during the day. I just don't know if that really is practical for everyone. But in either case,
I want it to be practical.
I want it to be practical too. But for now, the plan is to probably go towards Tuesday night, and maybe we'll talk about this. Maybe we'll try it out and see what happens. But so that's the current plan. If you are wondering what I'm talking about with Mario Kart tournaments, there is a server link for Discord underneath this stream, the Master Hand stream, and it's connected everywhere else. It's pretty easy to find. And that thing is under heavy renovation, is going to be used for a lot of stuff, including Mario Kart and all that. So if you're interested in that, check that out. Also, subscribers to this channel get a nice little perk in the form of me trying to get my life in order. I'm also sharing everything I'm doing to help get everyone else's life in order because I'm honestly
It's
just
good
tired of
stuff.
living. I'm honestly just
Yeah,
tired of
no,
living
for
like
sure.
shit, guys. I'm tired of it. I want to turn my life around. I want better things. I want
Let's
stuff.
go.
That's
So-
the way we should do it, man.
So that's what
I'm
I'm
gonna buy a
doing.
bike this weekend. How about that?
Dude, hell yeah! The weather's perfect for it. I've been
It
doing
really
more yoga. I've discovered that in yoga, you can get as jacked as a bodybuilder because the channel I follow is a former bodybuilder who hasn't lifted in years and still looks like shred city. So I'm just like, you know what? I might do that.
Sure, that's one foot in the grave to being a Wii Fit trainer, man, Chris.
Oh, no.
You're walking down a
Yeah,
you're
those
walking down a
slippery,
dangerous
real
path.
slippery slope here, kid.
Once you actually start referring to like the F smash as the warrior pose or the downward
Dude,
dog.
I can't wait.
into
You hold
whatever.
your arms out like this, and if your shoulders don't start burning in a few seconds, I'm interested in
Yeah.
knowing why. So the point is, there's a lot of really cool stuff out there, and I'm really trying to explore it. Like, I've been cleaning up the whole area. That's literally my entire gaming collection for the 32 years of my existence.
Looks
in one,
nice, dude.
in one corner. I feel really good about it.
Yeah,
Around
that's
that side is more games. But anyways, yeah. So I'm
I've
with
seen
it,
the picture.
guys. I'm trying to. Yeah, there's the picture. Actually, I guess I could show that. But like, yeah, like I'm trying to just make things better because as I'm watching Smash deteriorate and my prospects of being a live like production person like kind of deteriorate and me having to figure out life, I'm like, you know what? I'll just get healthier, and if other people want to get healthy, they get healthy with me. So that stuff's all free, or well, a value add for anyone who subs to the channel because I know it's like weird to invest in a tournament channel with your Amazon
Yeah.
Prime or $5, and I don't blame you. I actually don't really sub to many people because I don't really get it. But if there's a service involved, then I kind of get it. Or if you're just supporting homies, but you can't always. It's such a weird thing. Twitch is weird to me still to this day as someone who's put like years into Twitch.
Yeah. Yeah, but I guess that's all we got for this week. We will be seeing you guys next week at an undisclosed time, where we will be talking about, I guess, more Wi-Fi stuff or news that trickles out. So
Well, yeah, I don't know. We'll
hope
see.
everyone's staying safe, washing their hands, staying at least 6 feet away from everyone. Then yeah, we will be seeing you guys next time.
Heck yeah. Have a
Bye, guys.